Had a hard time sleeping because I was so excited about that win last night. But let's talk about that game. Just kind of quick last final thoughts about the game, then moving on to the Titans. Let's get into it, guys. Victory Monday. Let's go, Bolt Bros. Let's go. Man, what a game, guys. What a game. What a game. I mean, when we had our backs against the wall, we needed to get a win. We were at 6-6. We didn't have Derwin. We didn't have Bash. We didn't have Bryce Callahan. I mean, we've got some guys. We got some additions. Obviously, Mike Will, massive to have him back in the game. I mean, he balled out for us. Keenan balled out for us. Herbert balled out for us. Austin Eckler balled out for us. And by the way, guys, a lot of that strategy on that offensive side, I swear it's like they listen to Bolt Bros, or at least I should say, um, the coaching staff seems to listen to us for some reason. Because one thing that we've talked about, and with Joe Lombardi, we felt like, hey man, we got to get some guards rolling out for a lead blocker. We need to find some motion on the line to be able to help out Herbert. Let him roll out, which the O line would move to the left. Herbert would roll to the right. Once again, we probably have one of the best play action based quarterbacks in the league. He is a phenomenal quarterback outside the pocket. And as you saw, that bomb, the 56-yard bomb to Mike Williams, just efficient throws all around. I mean, even that laser to Keenan Allen that they had the Phillip Rivers point and all that. That was just phenomenal to watch. But bottom line, what a game. What a game plan. I'm just going to say this. Shout out to the coaching staff. That was the best called game of the year and one of the best performances of Brandon Staley's career for defense. I mean, like I said earlier, no Derwin, no Bash, no Callahan. I mean, we have a D line with basically Morgan Fox, Fahoko, and Joe Gaziano. That's pretty much it. There was times even in third down and long, it was just Morgan Fox is the only D lineman there in the middle trying to make something happen. And this team played completely different than I've ever seen, and it was amazing to be able to see that. That was a very dominating performance on both ends. One little note I was going to throw out there, if it matters, but the thing about it is Brandon Staley's only been under 500 once in his career. Yes, it's not even 2 full years that he's been a head coach for us, but basically he has only been under 500 once, and it was only for 1 week. So there is a thing that Brandon Staley does not like to have, that losing kind of record at all. So take it for whatever it is. He found a way to not go under 500 and found a way to be able to put us right into the 7th seed. Now, once again, tonight, Pat's Cards game is massive. Let's go Cards. We need that win to be able to help us and solidify us in the 7th seed. So let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going here. But some of the notes I was just going to jump into here. Mike McDaniel's post-game conference, which I like to be able to see what they say about the game. Basically, it sounded like he was taking the orders in a drive-through, and it sounded all muffled and everything. It was super weird. But basically, he said he didn't execute offensively at all. Obviously, when you only have Tua basically getting 10 completions the entire game. What was it? Excuse me. It was roughly about, oh my gosh, it was like 200 total yards that we gave up. Tua only had 145 yards, 1 touchdown, basically kind of a fluke touchdown, to be honest. Yeah, they didn't perform at all. We basically performed extremely well defensively. So you got to give us a shout out on that. So many batted passes that we're able to find on that game, too. Probably the most I've ever seen all season, probably putting together all the entire seasons of batted passes. We just played lights out on our defense. He also stated that they underproduced with the talent level that they had. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I didn't even know Jalen Waddle was even on the field for the longest time. And he ended up with 2 catches, 31 yards, Tyreek 4 for 81. Really, bulk of that was that 1 catch by Mike Davis when they had their feet tripped up on each other. And on top of that, their run game did not do well. Raheem Mostert, 11 carries, 37 yards. Tua basically kind of worked with his legs, 3 for 28. Jeff Wilson Jr. was out eventually. 4 carries, 26 yards. So we did a phenomenal job. I mean, what's crazy about it is we only gave up basically roughly about 219 yards this game. Dude, we've given that up just on the run game alone. So that was massive for this defense. Once again, with guys that were out, like our star guys, our 3 starters were out this game. I mean, you even saw Bash on the sideline sitting there eating some nuts in a little sack, Ziploc bag, just chilling. No big deal. I think he was eating some delicious looking pistachios over there. But anyways, man, it was just wild to see what we did. With Mike McDaniels, he did talk about that the defense played well enough to win the game, but just bottom line got outplayed. And I agree with that. I think their defense did fine. But at the same side, we also did throw 367 yards on them. I mean, Justin Herbert was efficient. Our run game was good, not great. Eckler 45 yards on 15 carries. Joshua Kelly, to be honest, played well and got the right yards or right amount of yards that we needed on his plays. He had 4 carries for 29 yards, average of 7.2 yards. So, bottom line, Mike Will balled out, 6 catches, 116, 1 touchdown, 12 catches with Allen, 92 yards. Eckler, 8 catches, 59. Palmer, 4 for 56 or 4 for 53. I mean, it was just a great performance to watch, guys. And, our defense really came out of nowhere. Where has this defense came from all of a sudden? It just played completely lights out. Where has it been? I mean, the tone setting play of this defense was right from the get-go. The first play, Tua threw the ball deep to be able to Tyreek. Alohi made a perfect play on that. Batted the pass down. Great tone setting play for that game. I think that actually was one of the plays of the games to be able to really set this game right from the get-go, how our defense is going to show up. We weren't going to be out muscled. We weren't going to be thrown downfield at these downfield passes to be able to burn us. We came to play and we balled, man. And also on that, that was a 3 and out for the Dolphins to start the game. The defense was really connected tonight, which is what Brandon Staley talked about in the post game. Even our post game, we talked about that too. Our defense was very, very connected, which was wild. Even Alohi talked a little bit about that too. We just played loose. We played a football game. It's just a game, but we basically played very loose. And for whatever reason, we just really connected. And it was insane to be able to see all that happen. So once again, we only gave up 219 yards with all these injuries. How was that possible? What changed? How did this change? I don't know. But beautiful thing with defensively wise, we took away the middle of the field. If you saw that there was a safety kind of just lurking in the backfield, just kind of making sure he's taking away the middle of the field, we did a phenomenal job with that. It just makes me feel like with Derwin James coming back, which is one of my favorite players, just play him that way. Maybe that's the right call for us. Play it where there's a safety just lurking in the middle of the field to make sure they can't really get the middle field passes. It really seemed like the Dolphins wanted to keep attacking the middle of the field the entire game, and it just was not working with them. Yeah, they had some guys that are injured, banged up, ankle injuries. I mean, you look like Tyreek Hill's ankle on the sideline looked like it was wrapped like a dang burrito over there with ice packs and heat packs and all that kind of stuff. Tua obviously has got an ankle thing. Armstead has basically a pec injury on his left pec. I think Waddle even had a leg injury from the last game. Hey, that's the nature of the game. Everybody's got bumps and bruises at this time of the year. So shout out to our defense. We played well. We dominated them. And that was the most complete victory for Brandon Staley. Shout out to Lombardi at some level too. He did really good. He made plays. He did some shifting. He tried different things like Wildcat. He did a great job to be able to put players in motion, to be able to throw it to the flat 2 times to Allen, getting first downs on it. The DeAndre Carter motion play to where it was in the red zone. If he didn't stumble, he would have probably got that touchdown. But bottom line, shout out to him. There's still a lot that I could point out that I did not like, but in the end, what did we do? We found a way to win. Bottom line, we were talking about on our post game. Hey, what do we call Herbert this time of the year? We got to make up a name for him of some sort, because he's need to find a way to be able to, be the guy to be able to get us to the promised land, into the playoffs and such. I'm just going to call him Santa Herbert. We need Santa Herbert to keep delivering us some wins and giving us more presents week after week. And what did he do this week? threw 367 yards, balled out, took control of the game. One play I'm going to point out was late in the fourth when he ran the ball and got the first down with a perfect slide straight up. Looked like a slide that he slid right into second base and just gave him the first down, point at that point. Like, that's the thing that I want to see from Herbert more often. Take control of the game when it's time to just do that. That was a very Josh Allen-esque type play, and I loved seeing that. Keeping him rolling out of the pocket makes him lethal. Gives him the opportunity to either run or to be able to just bomb the ball out to like Mike Williams like he did. Love seeing that. Tone setting play of this game was early on also too, when Mike Williams made that catch and just manhandled the defender with that 50-50 ball. I mean, that was incredible. How much have we missed Mike Williams? How much have we missed to see Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on the field together? What a different offense here. This is the best game that Justin Herbert had all season. In my opinion, hands down best game that he's had. And one thing that we did chat about on our podcast here, our best defense is going to be our offense. Keep our offense on the field. Keep their offense off the field. What do? We almost had the ball for, I believe it was almost 40 minutes. It was exactly 39 minutes and 38 seconds. Very difficult for an offense to be able to find a way to make plays when they don't have the ball in their hands. So huge game all around, guys. What a big victory for us. This really opens up the season for us even more. We're sitting in the 7th seed right now. Cardinals beat the Pats today. We are sitting in the 7th seed right now. Big thing too. Another note, we do own a tiebreaker with the Dolphins. If they keep faltering, which they play the Bills next week, they keep faltering, we keep winning, we could get jumped into that 6th seed, guys. That is incredible. I mean, our schedule after this Titans game gets kind of interesting because it really kind of gets to a point to where they're winnable base games. So keep the faith, guys. Love seeing what we're seeing here from the Chargers. Big win last night. So let's keep it going, guys. I love where we're at. Keep the faith. Keep it going, guys. And let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Bolt Bros out. Woo-wee.